you feel it in the air? Could be the fear that's everywhere. Moon don't look friendly. There's blood in the sky, but a taste of sweat burning in my eye. Yeah. They're insane. And the street nights coming, and they'll never be the same. Darkness, hold on to the soul. The streets are calling, stealing from the light. Shadows are calling, it's the power of the night. The streets are calling, power of the night.
Welcome back. This is 31 Days of Horror. I'm Stephen Gillum, and returning with me as guest.
Taylor Gary.
Hey, what do we review today?
Critters 2.
Huh. Critters 2. Look at that awesome box art. Critters 2, The Main Course, is a 1988 American science fiction comedy horror film starring, again, Terrence Mann, Don Keith Opper, and Scott Grimes returning. It was directed by Mick Garris in his directorial debut and written by David Towie.
Towie. He's not just toe. He's little Towie.
It is the second film in the Critters series out of 4 so far. Alien bounty hunters hunt man-eating hairballs for whom a boy, Scott Grimes, visiting his aunt, is blamed. We left off on the first one,
Right.
where I guess the critters laid some eggs. And now the eggs are being detected by the council. I don't know why I quoted that there. The council.
I guess we can.
And
we'll go with council.
the bounty hunters, Ugg, Lee, and now Charlie.
Charlie coming back.
Yeah. They're like,
For
hey,
redemption.
you didn't finish your job, so you're not going to get paid. And they're like,
Hold
U-turn.
up.
I mean, it's years later that they finally detected that there's still critter life.
Yeah, like, great job. That's, took a minute, didn't it? It's okay.
So they I guess in the barn from their first one, they find these eggs. And I guess because that they're moved out of like their little hibernation, they hatch.
Yeah, I don't know, like, critter biology or anything, but I don't know about anything that hibernates for, like, how many years?
I mean, he went from a little boy to like a teenager.
Preteen-ish?
Yeah. I guess like his friends were like working like real jobs and stuff, so I guess kind of like maybe that college age. or
Oh,
about to
okay.
go to college.
Yeah, I could see that.
But the junkers who went into the barn, who found the eggs, like they mentioned how cold it was. Like, oh, it's freezing in here. So you're led to believe maybe that they were just kept in this like cold incubation. I don't
That's
know.
feasible.
And the heat woke them
It's
back
like,
up.
Oh man, who turned off the AC? What's going on?
So, hey, what do you think? What are your thoughts on Critters 2?
I enjoyed it a lot. I liked it a little better than the first one. I think there was more explosions and kick buttery in the polite manner of saying it.
It seemed like they definitely amped up like the costumes. I thought like
For
kind of
sure,
cool,
man.
and the guns look cooler.
I love that.
And you
But
returned with Ugg and Lee, and Lee
Right.
still can't figure out what Lee wants to be. Ugg still remains as
just-
Johnny Steele.
because Johnny Steele's awesome. I would be Johnny Steele.
And Charlie was just Charlie.
Yeah, I was super happy to see Charlie come back. You know, he comes back in town. He's like, yeah, I got responsibilities and I have a real life. I'm like, yeah,
He's somebody
Charlie,
now.
you get it.
And the movie opened up kind of like where the first one, you had the awesome asteroid scene. This
Yeah.
one starts off like they're on a bounty job, and they're like going through some sort of cave hunting the alien. I thought that was awesome.
That was sick.
That was cool.
That was sick.
And they had the like the trophy room. I don't know for sure. I'd like to like go and pause it, but it looked like there was a face of Michael Myers in there, like the head of Michael Myers. And I don't know if
That
this
would
is
be
like
cool.
the same company that did the Michael Myers series. I should probably have known it before getting on camera. But
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
neat little teaser if they're like, hey, they hunted Michael Myers and killed him.
That would be awesome. Oh, wait, no, yeah, okay. I know exactly what you're talking about now.
Like when the trophy room?
Yeah, I think it was either that or like a spin-off or like an homage to it. That was definitely awesome.
There were several creatures in there that kind of like, are those from something?
Yeah, that's one thing I've definitely noticed about all 4 movies. They have a lot of Easter eggs and a lot of homages to a lot of different or critter eggs, yeah, to a lot of different movies. It's really awesome. And I don't know. There are a couple different YouTubers that I think reveal all of the Easter eggs. So if you really want to know, go check that out.
They've done the work for us.
Yeah, we're horrible. No, we're not. It's okay.
So I mean, this had some really awesome scenes. The when they get into town, they've taken or Leah's taken her form. She's now a Playboy centerfold,
Supermodel,
complete with staple.
staple intact. You know, it just popped right off there too. It just.
They go to the. I should know the song. It's stuck in my head. What is the chicken, or the hamburger place? Hungry phone. But they arrive in there where the critters have just like had a field day. They're all chowing down on the food and they're chasing people out. And this is awesome shootout. Just like critters exploding.
Oh yeah. I'm not quite sure why they were buffeting on the food rather than the humans, but you know, to each his own.
They just want to eat
whatever. They just go. I guess it was already cooked, so.
Do you think that the critters need to eat in order to like lay eggs? The first movie, like you need to find the critters before they feed. You're like, why does that matter? And maybe I was trying to figure out how do the critters lay eggs? Like what is the?
Yeah, I thought that they were like asexual.
They just create eggs and produce more.
There they are.
You have a favorite scene out of this one?
It would probably be when Lee transforms for the first time in the staple scene. That's just so funny because Charlie's like, "Don't look at me. We're not doing this again." Like, no, this one. This is nice. Everybody will enjoy it. And then he's just like, "Oh, we're just gonna walk off into the sunset."
He's like, "Nope. Take your outfit. You need
just
this."
Going like, "Hey, man, it's illegal here."
And Lee does not care. Like Lee just wants to kill Kreitz.
Kill Kreitz.
Kill Kreitz. One of my favorite scenes in there is when they form the
giant
critter ball that just rolls and just devours whatever it rolls on.
I think that's an effective game plan that they had going there. It's kind of like the Power Rangers, except like not.
Yeah, like the furry power. I don't know. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like,
with their powers combined, they make Super Critter. There's some serious drama in this.
They do have some drama going on.
Ugg, at one point, is. Please say you've watched this, people.
Spoiler alert.
But no, Ugg loses someone important to him, and he just loses it. He's like.
Yeah, and through the first and the second movie, he doesn't really show much emotion at all, and he doesn't really say anything unless it needs to be said, which is totally respectable. But then he just,
loses his crap.
I'm freaking out, man.
Or even Charlie is like, Ugg's losing it, or he's like, you've never seen him do this.
Tripping out.
But as shapeshifters, he kind of starts like going back into I guess previous shifts, like. I guess they change their form depending on what their assignment is.
Yeah.
But he like freaks out and he kind of starts showing these different faces on there. I thought that was a cool effect.
That was really awesome.
And you are left at the end with another potential sequel, which you do get in Critters 3.
And it's like, are you going to go back, Charlie? Well, yeah, they care about me there, so it's great.
Are you ready to review this? Or not review, just review it. Are you ready to rate this?
Yes, but you go first because I don't want to steal your item again.
Oh. I'm going to give this. I'm the same. I think I like this one even more than the first one. I like the first one a lot. I'm going to give this 5 Playboys.
5 Playboys?
Since Charlie was a fan, and that's how Lee took her first form.
This is American history.
That's right. I read for the articles.
Because everybody reads the articles. But no, I would definitely, seeing as how, wow, I should have thought about my rating beforehand.
This is always the hardest
But
part.
I would still stick with 5 critter eggs. So
5 kite eggs.
slimy, whole 10 yards, pulsating, you know,
Nice.
nice juicy 5 eggs.
So, real quick, you want to go over what we're wearing here?
We're wearing our uniform to save the world.
Bounty hunter attire, which
Yeah.
is just like a cheap, like a duster, like Halloween. I got them on clearance somewhere. After Halloween, you can buy clearance costumes super cheap. There's a couple of dusters, brown pants and shirts from some thrift stores,
Boots.
some boots.
Not
We got some
breaking
little
anything.
Backpacks here. Also, clearance. It's Halloween time now when this came out. So November 1st, hit those Halloween stores and buy all sorts of stuff. And you can mix and match and start spray painting. These are like dollar store gloves. Just cut the fingers off. This is craft foam and like some beads. I got one of these like art stores, and they just like kind of punch into the foam. And if you take a heat gun to the foam, you can kind of form it to make the shape of the shoulders a little bit. There's a lot of double stick, or I guess Velcro, sticking in there. Just the whole thing is on. These are belts. Just take the belts and kind of cut them down shorter, made little chokers out of them. So yeah, we also had some guns we made out of junk parts. I think you can kind of look at them and guess it's just tubes and things glued all together. So make your own bounty hunter costumes. And yeah,
Send it to us.
Yeah, send us some photos. Let's see what you got. So that completes our review.
That completes number 2.
And at almost the end of 31 Days of Horror.
Oh, snap.
Close.
That's true. Close. How many more days?
Few. I don't know. I'm so lost at this point.
We know things and stuff and dates.
So anyway, we'll see you next time.